Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock, and I'm here in my meditation room that I do get my chakras aligned and such. Just came back from Chinky's house of yoga and Pilates. Chinky's, it's the best there, I said it. Get yourself down there someday. There's one probably right around the corner, like 7-Elevens are all over the place. And tell them that Perlo sent you because, well, I don't have to pay if you do shit like that. And I'll tell them you sent me, and then you don't have to pay, and then eventually they go bankrupt. But until then, free Pilates, I mean, it'd be great. Anyways, we're on to the, I did my picks from yesterday, at least as far as the first game is concerned, are not looking too good, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried because it's a 7-game series. Things can change. I didn't like the way Winnipeg came out, though. That's the one that really bugs me, Winnipeg. The Islanders-Pittsburgh game, I was very hesitant in picking Pittsburgh. It was pretty much a toss-up, a flip of a coin, honestly. I could definitely see the Islanders winning that series. I'm on to another one that I honestly, I wouldn't bet on this series. It's the Boston-Toronto series. And when you look at their rosters, first and foremost, you got to go goaltending. Always in the playoffs, you got to go goaltending. And I don't know about you guys, but when I hear Tuukka Rask, I don't think, yes, I have Tuukka Rask on my team. He has been inconsistent now for a couple of years. When he's hot, he's freaking amazing. When he's not, he's less than amazing, that's for sure. And it's been hot, too much hot and cold. Like 60-40 hot cold, 60 on the hot side, 40, sometimes even less. Where Anderson is way underrated as a goaltender. He could win this series all by himself. My problem with taking Toronto here is simply because you have I'm going to go to Toronto here. Simply because you have Ron Hainsey on your second first pairing right winger with Morgan Riley. To me, that they have no injuries. Okay, yeah, and they have no injuries. So he's what 40 years old now. I love Ron Hainsey. He has always been an underrated defenseman, and I don't think he's 40, but he's up there in the high 30s anyways. And he's always been an underrated defenseman. He was a definite 1-2 for his whole career, played on bad teams, but at this stage, at this age, he's doing amazing, don't get me wrong, but can even he hold up? It's hard. This is the playoffs here now, and he's been playing a lot all year long. I'm concerned. And if you were to switch him over to Boston, he would not be playing on their top two. I'll tell you that right now. Nikita Zaitsev is serviceable as a 4, but is he like a top and number 4 in the league? No. Thank God they got Jake Muzzin. Great pickup. Morgan Riley is unbelievable. Fantastic. Your two best defensemen are on your left side. And then you got Jake Gardiner with Travis Dermott. I like Jake Gardiner. I know a lot of you don't because he makes risky plays, but he can move the puck. And you definitely need guys like that. On their left side, that's what they've got. They've got guys who can move the puck. Travis Dermott is a serviceable 5-6. I don't mind it. But it worries me. Anderson's going to have to play out of his head, which he quite likely will, to make up for the defense that they have here. And going down the stretch, their defense didn't look good. Now, of course, they had some injuries and they were playing players where they're not used to playing and stuff like that. But in the playoffs, if your defense isn't solid, your goaltending better be out of this world. And it could very well be. That's why I have a very difficult time picking here. Now, Toronto's forwards, Matthews and Tavares up the middle. Matthew, Tavares, Kadri is enormous. They destroy Boston up the middle. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I love Bergeron. Love. Krejci is okay, but are you going to take him over either one of those guys? Maybe Kadri. No, I don't even take him over Kadri, and that's their second line center. On the wingers, Johnson, Marner, Hyman, Kapanen, very good top three. I wouldn't be playing Nylander. They have Nylander here, and I'm looking on. I can't remember what the Daily Faceoff, because they generally update it fairly well to what the lines are going to, at least what the coach is saying they're going to be. I have a feeling Kapanen's going to be going down. Nylander will be going up to that second line to put some heavy firepower against Boston's top two. There's and Kapanen can score well on the third line. Marleau, Kadri, and Kapanen or Nylander is a very offensive and good defensive line. Like it's their top three lines are fantastic, and I do believe they have the edge over Boston. Now I'll switch over to Boston there. Boston, first of all, they've got some significant injury here. They don't have John Moore, and that evens the playing field for them. John Moore's got a lot of experience. They're going to be playing a young kid on D. Connor Clifton has never played in the playoffs. He's been serviceable in the regular season, but it's not the ideal. Let's put it that way. Bachara, McAvoy, Krug, Carlo, Grzelcyk, and even with Clifton are hands and above better defense than Toronto has. On their forward, now they've struggled with earlier in the year, in the middle of the year, they struggled with scoring, but it came on late. Jake DeBrusk started scoring more. They got this guy Carlson Kuhlman, and he has been playing extremely well. It's going to be interesting to see as a rookie if he's going to be able to duplicate that in the playoffs. You got probably the best line in one of the best lines in the league. It is one of the best lines in the league in Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and Pasternak. And then getting Marcus Johansson for the second line and Charlie Coyle is okay, but I would still take Toronto's third line over theirs. And Wagner, Achari, and Nordstrom is a very good fourth line. So they're pretty much equal there, but they're not equal as forwards. Toronto's got the forwards, and the other thing they have is the two guys in Matthews and Tavares that are timely scorers that can score when you need it. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm leaning towards... I think it's going to be 7, and I'm going to flip a coin and say Toronto. But I'm not sure. Anderson may steal it. That's pretty much what I'm saying. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. I'm going to be doing 2 more videos, so get your Pearls of Wisdom necklaces out, and if you subscribe, I'll send you off one via email. Via email. You know what I mean. Maybe you don't. Have a great day, and lots of love to you. Don't forget to subscribe, boys.